Hello YouTubers, DIYDan here with another DIY Cayenne repair video. Today's video, I will show you how to replace the engine torque arm that is found in V8 Porsche Cayennes. If the torque arm in your Cayenne is original, I can almost guarantee that it's past due for replacement. I have no idea what supplier Porsche used for the rubber bushings found in our torque arms, but they're garbage and don't stand the test of time. If you don't know if your torque arm has been replaced, you can probably tell by the color. If it's silver in color, it's probably original, whereas the new ones are painted black. Since this is a pretty simple repair, it's pretty easy to check the condition of your torque arm and replace it if need be. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we need to remove the engine beauty covers. Using a flathead screwdriver, push down on the plastic screws and twist, and they should release. Don't forget about the T20 Torx under the windshield washer fill cap. Since we only need to remove the passenger side beauty covers, I still like to remove all of them, as this gives me access to inspect the other parts for leaks. Next, use a 16mm socket and 12mm triple square to remove the nut and bolt that fastens the torque arm to the mount on top of the cylinder head. Remove these two 10mm bolts next to the windshield washer cap. Unplug this hose from the back side of the assembly and move it out of the way. Now that the assembly is out of the way, we can get to the last 16mm bolt that fastens the torque arm to the body. Remove the torque arm. Since I wasn't impressed with the longevity of the original torque arm, I decided to try an aftermarket part and also saved a bundle of cash in the process. However, after comparing the new part to the old one, it appears I may have received an OEM part anyways. If you look closely, you can see where the manufacturer ground away the OEM identification markings, and then just stuck it in a different box. Oh well, I guess we'll see how long this one lasts. Install the torque arm. A new torque arm will have a much tighter fit than the old one. Just be patient with it, and the bolts will eventually line up. Once the nut and bolt are lined up, use a 12mm triple square and 16mm socket to tighten the torque arm to the engine mount. Now install the 16mm bolt that holds the torque arm to the body. I had to use a lot of upward force on the torque arm in order to get the bolt to line up in the hole. Once you get the bolt started, tighten it to 44 foot-pounds. Next, position the assembly back into place and tighten the two 10mm bolts that fasten it to the body. Snap the hose back into place on the back side of the assembly. Install the engine beauty covers, and do not forget about the T20 Torx bolt located under the windshield washer cap. Sweet, you are done, and saved a few $100s in labor in the process. If you thought this video was helpful, please click the like button. If you'd like to be notified on other DIY Cayenne maintenance videos that I do, please click the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. As always, if you have any questions on how to change the torque arm in your Cayenne, leave them in the comments section, and I'll do my best to answer them. So long.